half a tank of a full tank of gas. That's like another $50 that we're saving. So not only that, but they require you need to drain everything, or they're telling it to you for like $20. And we also have to drain the oil and engine oil and transmission oil, and that it doesn't have antifreeze already, so it can't have any fluids. So this thing had a full tank of gas, and we had to take that off, and then the wheels also come off too. All right, so back to reality. After these holidays, I haven't really been filming. I got another job, so I'm pretty much working 3 jobs. I work 4 10s. I'll show you guys later in another video. And so I have Friday and Saturday off, and Sunday. But Friday and Saturday, I try to help Ricardo at his job. And then after work, I wrench here at home. So you guys remember the Subaru? Typical Subarus. This dude, you guys saw some previous videos. He was racing it and whatnot. He enjoyed it while it lasted. It still runs. Somehow, I think it's out of timing. It started like backfiring, and it doesn't really want to run and whatnot. But it also has like this piston slap knock in it that it doesn't get worse, but it doesn't go away. And he was running it like that, and I think I have a feeling it has something to do with the timing, or the cam. One of the cams might have broke or something, because it runs really awful. Ricardo had an engine at his house for the longest time, and he said I could have it. So when I looked at it, it is a turbo engine. It's exact engine that's on that car. This is a 2000 something, 2005, 2007, I think they are. It's a 2.5. It's same exact engine as that one. So we're gonna go ahead and use this engine on that car. He said the only thing that was wrong with this one, it ran and drive fine, and then the owners did a timing belt, and after that it didn't want to run right, and it smoked a lot. But the only reason it smoked a lot is because he had I think in a previous video I showed he had a clogged cat, and he burned the turbo, and they replaced the turbo, and he burned it again. And then the owner decided, you know what, a JDM engine on it. And then after that it still smoked, and that's when I came to his shop, and we replaced the catalytic converter, hollowed it out, and that was the end of it. Car runs good. New turbo, new catalytic converter, new engine. It runs good. So he says he thinks his engine was good, because even after he replaced the engine, it was doing the same symptoms. So we're gonna put this engine on that. That's that. And then another thing is this one. You guys remember that $100 car that I picked up in Craigslist a while back, or Marketplace? I've been working on it. We did the charge pipes, intercooler, downpipe. Everything's done on it. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and finish fixing it, put it out. We're trying to put it as stock as we can, but also have the extra little bit of power, probably just on 12 pounds. It's a stock engine. So, and we are gonna go pick up that other truck to fix this one. You guys remember this truck? I used the engine to fix that 4-wheel drive. Well, I found another body that we're gonna go pick up, and that's what we're gonna do to fix this one. Now the plan on this one is, here locally I've never seen an airbag truck. So, and I know there's a bunch of kids that they're into that. So the plan for this one is put the engine back in here. If you guys remember, I tried turning that other truck on. The engine was not seized on the 4-wheel drive. So we're gonna do the head gasket, put the engine back in it, and we're gonna put some bags in it, and I bought some wheels for it. And yeah, we're gonna make it run, and we're gonna bag the front first, and then we're gonna do the rear later. That's the project for this year. We'll see how it turns out, but right now we're gonna go pick up that truck. All right, you guys remember that $800 Sequoia that had a rod knock according to the owner? Well, this is it. When I replaced that oil filter, I don't know if some of you guys saw my short that I uploaded. Okay, so
we were removing the oil filter from the Sequoia, and I went online, I did some research, and I asked my in-law, and my in-law also told me the same thing, to be careful and look for, put this light, for the oil filter. Usually what they do is they make an oil change. I saw somebody commented here, he said that this happened to his son's truck. He did the oil change and he started doing the same ticking noise, and a few miles on the road developed a rod knock. Well, the problem with these is that they comes with the tube in the middle, and they forget to, every time they do the oil change, they throw the filter away, and the tube, the piece of tube that usually goes here, it usually goes right here or up there, and that's like it's like a little piece of tube that's in the middle, so it prevents this from happening. This is what happens. The oil pump has too much pressure, or it sucks a lot, and you guys can see what's happening here right there. See that? So that's what's happening. It's not sucking, I mean it's not sucking any oil or pumping any oil because of that. So that's the cause of what's happening with the Sequoia, and that's it. That's the only thing that I see that's wrong with it. I'm sure the dude said he came back and he was doing that noise, and after a few research I found some other people that are going through the same thing. So it's not really that the engines are bad, and I mean, I'm sure it's happening out there a lot, but that's the cause of, that's what's happening to them. It's very sad that, you know, they do the oil changes and they forget this tube, and I can see it on the oil filter. You can see it right here. That's the tube that I'm talking about right there. That piece, that right there in the middle, see, it's gone. It doesn't have it. So what they do is they grab that filter and they toss it away, and then when the new filter comes in, it comes in with this one, and they think that this is it, but this is not it. And so that's why that happens. So lucky for this one, they didn't drive it and we caught it on time. So now I'm gonna either have to go to the auto parts, see if they have that tube or an oil filter that comes with it, or just gotta go to the dealer and buy that. So that's that. All right, so we went to the auto parts store, and the filter that they had, it was almost identical like this one. It's pretty stupid. It's just paper, just cardboard. The same thing's gonna happen. We are missing that tube in the middle, and I can't find it. But also, while we were in there, my brother showed me that this one's a, what brand is it? Is it a Wix? Yeah, it's a Wix. And this one has a mesh. It has a metal mesh on the inside. So that's gonna prevent it from doing that also. I'm gonna try this filter for now, but what I need to do is I need to go, because they don't have the tube that goes in the middle. They don't have it. That's part of the vehicle. And like I said, when you go do an oil change, they toss that over, they toss it away, they pull the oil filter. Or most of the times when you go to a quick lube, what happens is they have a pan and they just let it drop in there, and then they put the other one on and then move on. They don't worry about what could happen. But anyways, yeah, that happened. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna toss this one in there and see if we gain oil pressure, which we should. You can see this. So no oil pressure is gonna go through there. So we're gonna throw this on and see what it does. It runs amazing. I've been driving it around and it runs really good. Here where I live, there's always gonna be mud and whatnot, so I haven't really detailed it. And one of the reasons is because one of my brothers, he said he wanted to buy it, so I told him I was gonna drive it around until he rounded up the money. I was gonna post it up for, you know, 10.5. The cheapest one I seen, I think it was at 12. So I was gonna post it up for 10.5, and you know, just to see how many bites I get. But one of my brothers offered me gather up the money or round up the money and come over and just take it. But yeah, we're gonna go pick up some projects. I'm gonna pick up this Toyota truck that's a roller to try to save another ones.
and we'll go from there. But runs amazing. Engine is very quiet, makes good oil pressure, and yeah. All right, we are home with it. Now the plan for this, like I said, is we're using that bed on that yellow truck, and the back of the cab we're using it on that one. You guys remember that Dolphin? So that's why I wanted to get this truck. The only thing he said he wanted was the rear back glass. That's okay with me. I think I know someone else that has the rear back glass. I'm gonna introduce you guys to somebody, old friend, that they used to call him Toyota Joe, because all he would do was collect Toyotas from 1970s to 1995, I think. And then yeah, somebody's trash, someone else's treasure. It's not a treasure to me, but I need the parts. I need this bed, and I need that bumper, and I need the housings. It only comes with the housings. The lenses were gone, but still, that's money I don't have to spend. So I'm gonna get it off, and then put it where it's gonna sit, and then from there I'm gonna be grabbing parts. Well, it has two cats, one from the truck he had inside of his shop, the one he used the cab for, and this one still has a cat, rear diff, driveline, and the whole 9 yards. So yeah. And there's some more parts inside, interior parts. He let me have a bunch of other parts, the door panels. I think it's missing the steering column. You paid $1,000 for that?
Mm-hmm.
It just has a bad motor.
It has a bad motor.
Why did you already pay the guy?
Yeah. All I have to do is go get it.
Let me know. Maybe I can go with you and we can record. Yeah.
You wouldn't be recording.
So, scary situation. I walk out of my house and I left this thing parked way over there. And this thing just rolled back, missing the limousine, and missing the shop, and missing that my other little Toyota. So, damn, that's crazy. This thing rolled from there all the way, and he stopped right here. He almost took out my Japanese tree that I got for free, but I had to dig it out. I think it took us like 4 hours. So yeah, lesson learned. I dropped it off of the trailer and I left it there, and I was gonna put a block, but at the same time I remember I grabbed the jumper and I was like, I don't want to forget the jumper here, and I grabbed the jumper and took it inside. And then at that time my phone rang and I got distracted, and that would have been scary if it would have hit the limousine. Look, he barely missed it by a few feet. So never leave a rolling chassis or a car. I should have just put the block first, but I was gonna grab the block and I didn't. The block is literally right there next to it. I was gonna grab it and put it on, but I took the jumper and then I got a phone call and I got distracted. So yeah, lucky me, it didn't hit the limousine and it didn't hit the truck, or it hit the building, or it could have hit the house. It could have gone that way. So yeah.